Hello everyone, this is Goosebumps Godzilla, and today I'm going to do a video about King JellyJam. So real fast, the Horror at Camp JellyJam is a very, very fun, mysterious, awesome book. And if I give away even the smallest of spoilers, the whole book's going to be absolutely spoiled because it's a huge mystery. So if you have not read the Horror at Camp JellyJam, then you should. And this whole book's basically going to be, the main mystery part of this book is going to be spoiled if you don't. So, please, for your own sake, read the Horror at Camp JellyJam before you watch this video. Because I'm going to be delving into some major spoilers. So anyway, let's get started. So, in King JellyJam, there's this gelatin-like monster named King JellyJam, who supposedly died after being exposed for a long period of time to his own stench, and he suffocated from it. And he only had, like, maybe 3 chapters of fame in this book. That was all he had, really, is 3 chapters. And he came across in this book as honestly very weak. He never actually did anything other than the main protagonist never actually saw him do anything, really anything. He just is there. He died in the big finale, and that was it. That was all King JellyJam. And while I really enjoyed the book, this is my second favorite Goosebumps book. I'm pretty sure this is my second favorite. And I absolutely adore the book. I just wish we had more King JellyJam. It's just, he's there for 3 chapters and then he dies. He dies after suffocating from his own stench. And so, just because of that, I thought maybe, actually, he's still alive and he may have just fainted from the bad stench. And I did a bit of research, and I figured out that it's very near to impossible that you could actually suffocate from a bad stench. And while I didn't really do that extensive of research, I just looked it up, and it seemed that it was impossible that you could die from a very foul stench. So that means that possibly King JellyJam is still alive. Well, my list goes further. In the Give Yourself Goosebumps book, A Knight in Screaming Armor, King JellyJam makes an appearance in the book. It was sort of maybe like a cameo. And while I have not read this book, I've only skimmed through it a bit. I want to read it, and I'm so excited to read it. I'm going to be reading it hopefully soon. I did not really just read it, and I don't know how King JellyJam has a part in A Knight in Screaming Armor. But if things play out the way it makes sense, then his appearance would have to take place in the future after the Horror at Camp JellyJam. So, I have not read the book. I do not know anything about what's going on other than just the basic plot line, because I read so far just the introduction, and I've only chose like one path. So I don't know how King JellyJam plays in, but he probably would not be shown in the Middle Ages, because it would not make sense if he was shown in the Middle Ages. Because if you have read the reprint of the Horror at Camp JellyJam, it says that his origin is when a camper left gelatin inside a radiation-filled cave, and King JellyJam was formed after that. So, as far as I know, there are no summer camps during the Middle Ages or anything like that before, basically camp started. So, basically, his appearance would have to take place in the future or in the present. But I have not read the book, so I personally do not know. So, I don't know how he makes an appearance, but that's just a little tidbit that I'd like to add in as a little bit more evidence to suggest that King JellyJam is still alive. Also, just one more little piece to prove that King JellyJam is still alive is the fact that, so, as I said before, King JellyJam was created in a radiation-filled cave. And he was the gelatin. So, after he was created, what did he do? How could he not have died of his own stench right there? There's probably no cleaning supplies inside a radiation-filled cave. So, how could have King JellyJam survived and went out of that cave when he probably would have instantly died as soon as he was created? How could King JellyJam possibly ever get out of that cave and survive after he would probably and most likely die of his own stench? So, just judging from all that, King JellyJam may have fainted from his own stench, but he didn't die of his own stench. And don't ask me what King JellyJam is doing since he survived the events of the horror at Camp JellyJam. I do not know. Possibly, it will be explained in Knight in Screaming Armor. I have not read it yet, so I do not know. But possibly, just possibly, it will be explained in the Knight in Screaming Armor. I have not read it yet. I want to read it, but I have not read it yet. But anyway, that's my theory of how King JellyJam is still alive, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel, where I release a lot more Goosebumps videos. And also, if you want to check out more of my earlier Goosebumps videos, then you can just click on the channel, my channel symbol, the Calling All Creeps cover, and it'll show all of my home page, basically with all my videos on it. Well, that's the end of my video, and I hope you enjoyed.